Hi everyone, my name is Adam from Trade with Precision and welcome to IC Markets Market Commentary. So let's have a quick look at the different asset classes around the world and see what the state of the markets are. I should mention, looking here at the euro, that of course there were a lot of elections that happened in Europe this week, and of course one of the concerns was that the elections would ultimately, the outcome would lean a little bit more right. So there's always this fear of the far right starting to gain ground, or extreme right, sorry, let me clarify that. And however, that seems to be pretty much not the case, so that's good news, but you could see that explains the gap down. This is one of the very rare risks in the markets, is elections for currencies anyway, over the weekends. So we've broken this sort of stalemate here where there was no clear trend, appears to have gapped down, it's at support, and so it's really just deciding what it wants to do at this time. So there's no clear trend on that at the moment. The same thing here with sort of cable. Cable was in a very nice strong trend. It's bumping its head up against resistance, and it's now in a ranging mode. So again, no clear direction. I'm looking for breaks below the low here or above the high to give me a clue as to what is going to happen next. Then if we have a look at gold, the same here. You can see it's gone into a sideways pattern, but also we can see very strong bearish move as a result of non-farm payroll last week. And actually that has shown for a much stronger dollar. So the question is will we break below these lows? So very similar structure here between gold, for example, with the dollar, as well as euro and sterling. So really just waiting for clarification, but based off of the move of Friday, the implication is that it's much more likely to go down than it is to go up. Let's have a look at crude oil. So crude oil, again, is ranging within a sort of larger pattern, ping-ponging all over the place. If we look at it from a daily perspective, it had a big move back up to test resistance. What I'm looking for now is it going to ultimately reject this level and resume the move to the downside? But certainly it is finding some strong support at those levels, but again, it's also still in a downtrend. The downtrend is still intact with lower highs. So my expectation for now is to really see how it's going to behave around this area. And of course, a stronger dollar is also going to put extra pressure on it to move it lower. Now, if we have a look at the indices, so now we have a look at the S&P, this is the Dow, I beg your pardon. You can see again, we've had a bit of a correction down towards these lows. And the question now is, are we going to produce a higher low? If we are, then there is the potential for this to build up over the coming weeks to a breakout to the upside. So really this week, what I'm going to be looking for is watching the highs and lows of the previous weekly candles if we break below the low or above the high. So it's interesting. This isn't something that happens often when we do these market commentaries, that we have sort of a lack of direction in so many charts, but it does happen in the real world, and so I'm just going to comment on it. So excuse me, here the S&P also looking really nice. It's a beautiful pullback after a high and continuing to push up there. So that trend remains intact. We are in a nice bull market. The tech stocks, the NASDAQ, also looking nice and bullish there. Let's move away from the US and have a look at the UK. The UK has had a really nice retracement after a strong run, and it appears to be building up a bullish candle at the moment. So my expectation for now is to see this continue to the upside there. The DAX as well, bit of odd behavior, sort of reluctant to do a proper correction, pulling back into the lows. So the question is, will it also produce a swing low between this week and next week and then move up to the highs? Overall, the markets appear to be healthy. You can see the markets here weren't necessarily impacted by the election. So overall, that bullishness has maintained. Then if we have a look at the Aussie 200 here as well, this has kind of lost its trend at the moment. So again, it's got lower highs off the candles here and higher lows off here. So it's sort of forming a bit of a pressure point, which will ultimately lead to a breakout. Overall, it's nice and bullish, so the breakout should, when it happens, but that could be in a couple of months' time, should be to the upside. Let's have another look at Tesla. So Tesla has this big pending vote at the moment where they're looking effectively, amongst other things, to approve Elon Musk's enormous multi-billion pay package, and it looks as though so far a lot of the bigger institutions are heading towards a no, which interestingly could lead to Elon Musk actually leaving Tesla. So some interesting things to watch there, but that is part of the reason we're also seeing not much movement here. Overall, that downtrend is still intact. Moving on to NVIDIA continues to climb, but it's starting to show a little bit of exhaustion here. But again, a good representative of the bull market. And here we've got Amazon has bounced off the bottom of this range, looking pretty good. So for now, I expect it to attempt to head back up to the highs of the top of that range. And then finally, just having a look at cryptos. So again, as long as the markets are kind of ranging, my expectation is cryptos will also potentially range. Here, they're back battling a bit with resistance. However, overall, I still maintain that they are relatively bullish. So for now, I expect them to either go sideways or ultimately break out to the upside for now. They are stuck within this range. So they may come down to test support, but overall, I think they're looking relatively healthy as opposed to the idea that they might head lower. So I'm going to leave you with that. Have a fantastic week, and remember to keep calm and carry on trading.